What makes a life worth remembering? Is it fame, legacy, power, or is it something quieter, something most of us overlook while we're still living it? From the moment we're born, we begin leaving traces behind. Some traces vanish in seconds, others last centuries. Yet the true question is not how long we're remembered, but why. Today, we explore a question that has shaped civilizations, religions, philosophies, and the private thoughts of every human who has ever lived. The instinct for immortality. Every great empire, every sacred text, every piece of art begins with the same human impulse. The desire to matter beyond the briefness of a lifetime. Our ancestors carved stories into stone walls. They built pyramids, temples, monuments. They wrote epics and poems, passed down myths around campfires. They fought wars, built kingdoms, raised families. Why? Because even early humans understood the truth. Life is temporary. Memory is not. We fear the idea of vanishing into nothingness, not just physically, but spiritually. We want the universe to know we were here, that we felt, loved, struggled, hoped, that our life meant something. But meaning is not given. Meaning is created, and each of us creates it differently. The myth of the extraordinary life. Society tells us that memorable lives belong to the exceptional, the geniuses, the heroes, the revolutionaries, the artists. We worship the few who changed the world. We build statues for them. We write books about them. We teach their names in schools. But this creates a dangerous illusion that a life must be extraordinary to be valuable, that you need to be famous to be remembered, that only the rarest talents deserve a legacy. Yet history forgets something crucial. Every famous figure was built upon millions of unseen lives. Teachers, friends, rivals, parents, strangers, people whose choices, small, unnoticed, unglamorous, shaped the world in ways no textbook ever records. A life worth remembering does not need to be loud. It needs to be meaningful, and meaning often comes from the quiet places. The power of small moments. Think of your own life. Your happiest memories probably weren't global achievements. They were everyday miracles. A parent who believed in you, a friend who sat beside you when you were breaking, a teacher who said, "You can do more than you think," a stranger who showed unexpected kindness, a moment of courage you didn't know you had. Most people never realize they live inside someone else's memories. A single word, gesture, or smile can echo for decades, long after we've forgotten giving it. Some lives are remembered not because they changed the world, but because they changed one person's world. And sometimes, that is enough. The legacy we don't choose. But legacy isn't always built from our best moments. Sometimes it's shaped from the moments we wish we could erase. The apology we never made, the time we stayed silent, the person we hurt without meaning to, the dream we were too afraid to chase. Memory is complicated. People remember how we made them feel, in both good ways and painful ones. A life worth remembering isn't perfect. It's honest, it's human, it's full of attempts, some that succeeded, many that didn't. The people who leave the deepest impact are rarely the ones who lived flawlessly, but the ones who lived authentically. The courage to live on your own terms. What does it mean to live a life true to yourself? It means having the courage to say, "I will not let the world define my path." It means choosing passion over approval, curiosity over conformity, growth over comfort. The lives we admire most, past or present, were lived by people who refused to be copies of others. They questioned. They experimented. They stood apart when it mattered. A life worth remembering is not one that pleases everyone, but one that inspires someone, even one person, even yourself. The value of struggle and pain. Pain is not the enemy of a meaningful life. Pain is the sculptor. Every wound teaches something about who we are, who we love, who we refuse to become. Some of the most memorable lives are marked not by what went right, but by what was survived. A person who keeps going when the world collapses around them, that is a force worth remembering, because resilience leaves a mark deeper than success. Love as the invisible legacy. Love is the quiet architect of memory. It builds invisible monuments in the hearts of others. You may never cure a disease, write a masterpiece, or lead a nation, but the love you give can ripple across generations. A mother's kindness shapes her children. A mentor's advice shapes futures. A single act of compassion can inspire someone to become their best self. Every great story begins with love in some form, somewhere, and love, unlike fame, never disappears. The stories we leave behind. When we die, people don't hold on to our achievements. They hold on to our stories. Stories we told at dinner, stories we wrote in journals, stories others tell about us, funny ones, sad ones, impossible ones. Even people who live simple, ordinary lives become legends in the stories of their family. A child may speak of a grandmother who worked 3 jobs but never complained. A friend may tell of a person who always showed up, even at midnight. A partner may remember the way someone looked at them like they were the only soul on earth. In the end, stories become our immortality. They travel where we cannot. The impact. You'll never know you made. You will never know how many people you've touched. You will never know who admired you from afar, who was inspired by your courage, who felt seen because of your kindness, who changed their path because of something you said or did. Life is full of invisible influence. You've shaped more lives than you realize. You've been part of more stories than you'll ever hear. Your existence has already altered the future, in small, profound ways. Some people live entire lives believing they don't matter, while others quietly carry pieces of them forever. A remembered life is not always visible, but it is always felt. Mortality and meaning. Death gives life meaning. Not because it ends us, but because it transforms the way we live. If we lived forever, nothing would feel urgent. Nothing would feel sacred. Nothing would feel worth remembering. It is the limited nature of our time that gives weight to every moment, every choice, every connection. A life worth remembering is not measured by duration, but by intensity, authenticity, vulnerability, by the courage to love fully, to fail boldly, to try repeatedly, to hope relentlessly, to grow continually. Mortality does not diminish meaning, it creates it. The final question: what makes a life worth remembering? So what truly makes a life worth remembering? It isn't wealth, it isn't fame, it isn't perfection, it isn't applause. It's the marks you leave on the hearts of people, the moments when you chose kindness over cruelty, courage over fear, honesty over self-protection, love over indifference. A remembered life is built from the people you uplift, the dreams you pursue despite fear, the truths you stand for, the love you give freely, the stories you leave behind, the strength you show in darkness, the beauty you create in your own small way. You don't need the world to remember you. You only need to live in a way that you yourself would remember with pride. Because the life worth remembering is the life lived with intention, with heart, with meaning, and that is within reach of every one of us. Live so that when your name is spoken, someone smiles. That alone makes a life unforgettable. If this journey made you think, give it a like, share it with someone who asks big questions, and subscribe to Timeless Questions channel, where philosophy meets history and the search for truth never ends.